listening. I was about to go ahead and get started and let you click in. I was about to go on my rant real quick because I tried to record yesterday, and for some reason, my video had no audio. Oh no, that ain't gonna work, brother. It turned you sideways.
Huh?
It turned you sideways. That ain't gonna work. Wham bam. There it is. Yeah, man. I went on my rant yesterday. 17 minutes, bro. It was real good too. Bro, I did good. 17 minutes, solo session, no audio. I was pissed. Say something real quick. Make sure I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me.
It's a little light.
You said it's a little light?
Yeah.
Look, I gotta use my outdoor voice.
Welcome to the Snooze Alert Podcast. You got King Savvy and AJ73. Yeah. Best sports podcast in the world. Snooze. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. All right. Shoot. Well, brother, first off, how was your week, man? Let me go ahead and ask you that while I get ready for these questions.
Hey, my week was good. I'm blessed. Homie guy was married, had a lot going on, but we make it through. How was yours, bro?
Man, life is great. Everything's beautiful, man. I've been on the road. You know what I'm saying? I've been driving. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be behind the wheel.
See, yeah,
nice to be behind the wheel.
You got to be behind the wheel. That's the way it goes.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. I got Jalen Milroe on here. He's the first topic of discussion. Is he gonna be the sleeper QB that has the most progression?
I think that naturally it kind of has to be, because I think he has the lowest expectations. So he can go above and beyond his expectations a lot easier than the rest of these quarterbacks that got drafted. All of them other ones was high draft picks or high expectancy. Cam Ward, number one. Jaxson Dart was the first round.
I don't mean to cut you off. Try your headphones one more time.
What?
Try your headphones.
Try my headphones?
Yeah. Maybe we both need to do that. Because you sound light and you clearly can't hear me. So let me go ahead and get my headphones.
I can hear you. I can hear you pretty good. Oh. Maybe I just gotta get close.
I'll be
You can't hear nothing.
I can't.
With putting your plushies on the camera and stuff. Come on now.
Put my what?
Your plushies behind you.
Oh. Yeah, man. I got the owl back there. Hey. Nah. Got the owl back there. You know what I mean? Hey. I'm being watched over. That's all. But anyway.
But yeah, so as I was saying, Jalen Milroe got the lowest expectations. There was a couple first round QBs. He got the Sanders expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Dillon Gabriel just happens to be there as well.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have high expectations. It's like y'all drafted him first, so he better be better than Shador.
And he's the number two on the roster right now. I mean, on the depth chart.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, I think Jalen Milroe has a chance to be the quickest progressive quarterback when it comes, like, once he gets his chance. Because he comes with a skill set that these other guys don't necessarily have. He not only has a strong arm in the same way that Cam Ward does. He might not be as accurate, but he has a strong arm. And he got the athletic ability. Like these other quarterbacks, what you gonna say? Jaxson Dart's the most athletic quarterback right now? out of the draft. Well, how's that sound? You know what I'm saying? Jaxson Dart ain't as athletic as Jalen Milroe. You know, so it's like I don't know. He played really good his last game. That was when he got most of his stats. He ended up with what 148 yards, 13 completion on 24 attempts and a touchdown. But he did have 3 fumbles.
Three of them things, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. He has the same issue though. Go ahead, my bad.
He working it out though. He gotta get used to NFL speed, NFL athleticism, dudes that can actually catch
it. Yeah. And you know, it comes with like pocket presence too. I feel like him and Shador both have that issue right now because they so focused on getting the play, you know, that they not even stressing about the pocket, which it could be a great asset, but like I don't know, like it's like the moments when Shador stands in the pocket and he delivers the ball, you know, right on cue, even though somebody's coming. I think that's the type of skill set that Jalen Milroe has as well in that sense. However, it could be detrimental because
I don't know. Jalen Milroe, I hope he does well. I do. Seattle's a good place for him.
Mm-hmm.
So he just got to keep chugging along. Stay in the league as long as possible. Don't let them wash you out. And I think he'll end up being a good quarterback because he is a developed player. Even at Alabama, he had to develop.
Got better and better every year.
So as long as he gets that opportunity.
See, he consistently underperformed when it came to like team success. So it makes you wonder, you know, because he does have an ego. You know what I'm saying? I got a big ego. You know what I mean? He does have that. He tended while he was at Atlanta or while he was at Alabama, he did have tendencies to kind of like throw himself out there as the guy, which is nice to have, but at the same time, it made him seem a little selfish, in my opinion.
But I think today's college game atmosphere encourages that.
Yeah.
You have to be a little selfish to get the tick. In the NFL, if they trust in you, they trust in you because they got money invested.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, he earned it though. For him to be selfish like that, he earned it because they tried to act like he wasn't going to be a QB. And he came out there and he, you know what I'm saying, put up big numbers and he did really well. So, shout out to him. Hopefully he does have a great career. I think he has the potential to do that. Like I said, I think he can make the most progress early because he gets to observe for the most part right now.
Yeah.
And he's behind Sam Darnold out there?
Yeah, and Sam Darnold is a 1, maybe 2-year piece.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's over there with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's actually a really good quarterback. People don't give him enough credit. So I think Jalen gonna learn a lot over there. But
yeah.
All right. We got to jump to your team. I'm curious. Look, people gonna make wiggle. They go. People gonna make fun of that. Look, but I sound like one of the Fat Albert characters. Wiggle.
Oh man.
Yeah, but does Saquon Barkley go for another 2K? And is the Madden curse lurking?
Answering this straight up, I don't think he goes for another 2K. Part of the reason why he went for 2K is because we kind of needed him to go for 2K. So, but this season, he's got a lot more help in that backfield. With A.J. Dillon, come on now.
I mean,
he got somebody that's a proven running back that can take the carries off his back. And
See, yeah,
Will
because he
Shipley,
had a lot. He had a lot of carries last season, the most in his career.
yeah, and he stayed healthy the whole year. So this year is just make sure he stays healthy. That's all they're worried about. They're not worried about yardage totals. They're not worried about none of that with him. They just, hey, stay healthy.
That's true. See, but I
This season,
question the stuff with AJ Dillon though, because he's more so of a short down back. You know what I mean? You don't really, I mean, short yardage. You don't really expect him to get in there and be like too explosive, right? You just want like you brought up carries, right? But y'all are known for the tush push. So I'm just trying to figure out where his where his value is going to be in that offense. What do you think?
we need 2.5 yards a play. That's it.
Yeah.
You give us 2.5. If AJ Dillon gives us 2.5, how many yards is that? 5. Then we get to throw the ball around. Saquon probably gonna get us to 5. AJ Dillon gonna take it on 3rd down, get us to the 1 yard. You know, we get 4th and 1, 3rd and 2. You know what's coming, and y'all not stopping it.
Yeah.
You not stop it.
So do you think that Saquon will be more of a receiving back this year? Like, you think he'll get more opportunities to do like catch and runs? Think he'll get like yak?
Yes, and I say that because this season I think is going to be more on Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
And I know he has the capability to do it, but I think he's going to have to torch some defenses.
And y'all done gained some like wide receiver depth. Y'all already had a few. Y'all already had a few good solid pieces, but you just added what's his name?
John Mechie.
Yeah. After he cooked at the training camp, what made them send him to y'all? That don't make no sense. That didn't make any sense. How the videos go viral and they like, we sending you to the champs. What the hell are you doing? I almost threw this. I ain't gonna break my pick, but like that, like I'm not even like upset. It just didn't make sense for a front office to do that. Especially when their wide receiver group over there in Houston is a little light right now. They don't even know if they big dog coming back. Right. You know, early in the season, middle of the season, you know what I'm saying? Like you traded away somebody who could be beneficial for your young quarterback after not drafting anybody for it. Like it just don't make sense, bro. They don't got Stephon Diggs no more. Like what is they doing, dog?
Look, Houston is doing Houston things. That's all you got to do. No. And when we see somebody that we can take advantage of, you know how we going to take advantage of.
I don't even understand. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a team be like this. The comparison y'all could get is how the Rams were a couple years ago, but that was for one season. This has been consistent over there in Philly. Y'all just keep on getting some of the best players in the league rolling on through. Y'all like the Bama of the NFL right now. There's always good players over there in Philly for the last like 6 years. It's been like, even you could take it back to Alshon Jeffrey days. Like y'all always got somebody cold flowing through Philly.
Yeah, but it's always somebody that they think is either you ain't stacked up good enough or you over the hill. And we like, bro, we can work with you. We just need you to be consistent.
Yeah.
As long as you have your consistent production, we will count on you to do that, and we'll make everything else shake.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't seem to understand that. Because Kansas City does the same thing.
We know who you are. We ain't worried about you.
We don't expect you to be anybody but who you are.
Yeah.
And Kansas City does the same thing, and that's why they've been winning too. Because they go get mediocre receivers and expect them to be mediocre.
Yo, hey, real quick, I can't remember, but did D-Hop go to Baltimore? Or is he still in KC?
I thought he was. I don't know.
Let me look that up real quick. So I just was thinking about because how you brought up the Chiefs. That is something that they do for sure. They brought in LaShawn McCoy.
He is with
I went to Baltimore,
Baltimore.
bro. I went to Baltimore. So Baltimore is starting to catch on to the same thing. Everybody about to start doing this across the league.
No, because everybody's not. You got to have a certain level of humbleness to pull this off.
I feel like teams are just figuring out they need to stop disrespecting players that have been gifted, to be like consistent ballers. They show up their whole career and they get to a certain age and they probably have a tough season, and the league be ready to throw them straight to the garbage. Act like we don't need you here. I think teams are starting to be like, no, you come on over here. We know what to do with you.
See, the thing is though, you got to be humble to do that. A lot of these teams, take the Bengals for example, right? The Bengals, they can't do that because they prideful.
Say prideful?
Plain and simple. They don't even want to pay the guys they got. They want to no. Even the players on their team is prideful.
Yeah.
The guys on when you look at the guys on Kansas City, the guys on the Ravens, the guys on the Eagles, them dudes is taking pay cuts.
So they paid?
No, they taking pay cuts.
Oh, they taking pay cuts.
Look, you give me my money, but it'll take 5 years, and I'm okay with it. So that way, I have a less of a cap hit this season. So that way, we can go get in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that's the recipe. Shout out to Bill Belichick and them.
Tom Brady, most of Tom Brady's money came from incentives. He didn't make none from his check. He said, I got a postseason incentive, I got a Pro Bowl incentive, I got a conference champion incentive, Super Bowl incentive, yardage incentive, and that's not a cap hit. It's a bonus.
See, but that takes you back to the whole conversation of how these players have already established themselves, right? So when they show up to a team, it's easy for you to go ahead and be like, I'll take that pay cut. Just give me mine on incentives because I'm gonna go get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But before we move on, I want to bring this up real quick. So with Saquon, with his odds of getting the 2K, the betting props for the 2025 season showed the no on Barkley rushing for 2K yards as a heavy favorite for minus 200. So they really think it's not going to happen. And here's why they are willing to bet against it. Not one of the 8 previous 2,000-yard rushers managed to reach 1,500 yards the next season. I think he'll at least get 16.
Yeah. And that's all he needs to do.
Yeah. I think he'll at least get 16.
That's roughly 90 to 100 yards a game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not that bad. It's not that, especially with the extra game on there. Yeah. True.
Like, because you got 17 games, so that's 90 yards a game. Mm-hmm. If you average 15 to 16 carries, your workload just drastically decreases.
Yeah, and you really want to, as the front office of the Eagles, you really want to see his carries drop at least 100 carries, because he ran for 103. He had 130.
400 carries.
375 carries.
Yeah, almost 400 carries.
Yeah, that was crazy, especially with him having like an injury-ridden season. You really, like you said, you really just want to focus on making sure he doesn't deal with injuries this season.
Yeah, and they took precautions. In the offseason, they told him sit down. He wanted to go work out, do all this extra stuff, and it was like, sit down.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but I gotta sit down. We are paying you to sit down.
God damn! I said sit down. I said
Get
sit
some
down.
rest.
Sit
You
down.
put up this was the highest production year of your career, the furthest you've ever made it into the playoffs. Everything, the workload for you is 3 times as hard as it's been every other year of your career.
Mm-hmm.
Chill out. Part of being a champ is knowing how to rest your body. Shout out LeBron.
The LeBron. All right, I see you. Bring him on the podcast. Let's get LeBron on here. Let's get LeBron here. Yo, all right. So, how you feel about the IFL championship, bro?
I was a little sad that they couldn't get that last play in. They got stopped on a tush push.
Man, I didn't get to watch it, bro. I was a little upset, but I just had to accept it. I was catching as many highlights of it as I could. I was definitely doing the refreshing, trying to see the score, And then I scrolled and I seen the Nighthawks came out with a dub. I was like, damn. So, because at halftime it was what they were down by 3 still. They finished the game down by 3 again. So it was just like it just was a consistent battle.
Yeah, because my only thing is mainly that the Blizzard, they was up the whole game except for the fourth quarter.
But you see what happened though. What you said though, you said they couldn't make the play. They got stopped on the goal line. That's what I said was gonna have to happen, huh? I said it was gonna have to be a stop to a promising drive. That's what I said.
You did call it that the defense had to step up. Because that's all it came down to is even if they just kick the field goal and tie it up.
Yeah.
I know Coach Corey, he got a little pride in him. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. That was what he was telling them.
Hey man, you got the MVP over there. Got the MVP over there. You got the number 1 team in the league. Let's do it. Number 1 offense in the league. I mean, yeah, let's do it, bro. Why not? I got it. Yeah. I get it. But they probably should have kicked it. They probably should have kicked it.
I'm telling you, because it was a great game by both teams.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, I had the stats pulled up. Pull them back up real quick.
Cool, you got them? Because I was looking. I kept going and they didn't have them up there. What we got? What's going on?
Let me see here. So, right, this is what we got. Right? Where my box score? My team stats. So, first downs, Nighthawks had 28 to Green Bay's 24. Most of it was rushing. So the Nighthawks really beat them on the ground because they had so many plays on the ground. They had 8 rushing touchdowns.
Damn. That's 56. Oh. Right? That's 56 points. Off of
Green Bay had 6 rushing touchdowns.
Hey.
So they got beat right there.
Off two ground. Okay.
Then when it came to passing, right? Green Bay's offense, they were throwing the ball effectively. 10.4 yards of an attempt, 12 of 17, 14.8 of completion, 2 touchdowns.
Did he throw any picks?
Vegas, huh? No.
Did he throw any picks?
I don't see any. Let me double check here. No, there wasn't a single interception for the whole game.
Was there any turnovers this game?
No.
It just literally came down to that play.
Like, let me make sure.
That's literally the
play. So you had no sacks.
No sacks.
I don't see any turnovers. The biggest stat that I would say messed things up, right, would be where is it at? Penalties.
Okay.
Vegas had 3 penalties for 28 yards.
There it goes.
Green Bay had 9 penalties for 75 yards.
I was gonna say 8, but 9 for 75. And you said the Nighthawks had 3 penalties for how many?
28.
That's a lot, especially on that field. 70,
it's the whole field and then some.
Yeah, 70 plus. That's a lot.
If you equated it to outdoor football, you would have 10 penalties for 115, 120 yards.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
So that's where they really lost the game, was right there. They was making mental errors.
So do you, what are you able to show the rushing stats like by player? Let's go ahead and give a shout out to whoever had the best rushing game over there.
So the top rusher for Green Bay had 14 carries for a total of 80 yards and 4 tubs.
Found the end zone a lot.
The top rusher for Vegas had 14 carries for 70 yards and 3 tubs.
Okay.
But the quarterback rushing, because in IFL and indoor football, it comes down to how dual threat your quarterback really is.
Yeah.
So the quarterbacks, which is Jaden from Vegas, 11 carries for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. What's the field is 50 yards? Yeah. Okay. So the field is 50 yards, and they had 2 players rush for over 50, which means, yeah, they was cooking.
Green Bay, my boy Max, had 9 carries for 52 yards and 2 tubs.
Hey, that touchdown was cold. When he dove in there, that was tough.
Why you think he's the MVP?
Yeah, facts.
So it was just a back and forth battle, really.
Damn.
And Vegas edged it out. That's all it came down to.
Yeah, that was good. That's a good game, man. You see, there was somebody on our clip. Go Nighthawks! I'm like, boo! No, I'm playing.
But congratulations to the Nighthawks, IFL champions.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Jerome, who was over there on the roster.
Big dubs.
So, hey,
they earned it.
They had to be a dog fight.
Yeah. True. All right. Well, now we go ahead and move on to the situation that had the internet in a frenzy. Every time you scroll and see a sport clip, it was him on the sideline, like, you know, it was him interviewing after the game or whatever, you know. So Shedeur Sanders got pulled in the clutch moments. Before we even get into it, the player that they put in after pulling him is no longer on the roster today. Why did you put him in the game when Shedeur, like, yeah, I understand he had a rough game, but his line was crumbling. You know, he had some bad footwork in there, though. He had some bad footwork in there.
I got something for that, right? You said his line was crumbling.
Mm-hmm.
Only one of them offensive linemen is still on the roster.
Word? Come on, man. And everybody trying to drag, bro. All the women is gone, and they trying to drag, bro, for that performance. Hey, man.
Like, the only one left from the offensive line is the center. The right guard, right tackle, left guard, left tackle, all got weight.
No one else had these odds. Nobody else was fighting this battle up a hill like that. So now, but I'm not letting him all the way off the hook. He said he was the same player. He said he's still the same player, and he showed that he was. because he held the ball too long. You know, he's in the backfield doing all this extra stuff. He learned that him being that same player is not good enough. Not necessarily because he's not good enough, but because the game is different here. And you have to learn how to get rid of the ball, bro. Like, it doesn't matter how much you want that big play. The more you have the opportunity for a big play, the more you are able to fight for it. You keep on giving these defenses the chance to ruin your whole possession because you losing 15 yards or scrambling so damn much to where you then took time off the clock. You ain't throwing the ball out of bounds. You probably running out of bounds, losing a yard unnecessarily when you could just throw it away.
But see, because and so my thing with Shador, right? He said he's still the same player, but I think that's an epiphany moment for him, right? That I've grown, but my bad habits are going to take more time to get rid of.
It's true.
That I have to. It's going to take time to be truly a different kind of player, and everybody's got to understand that it's going to be development. I think when you look at the upside between Dillon Gabriel and Shador Sanders, Shador's got a bigger upside, but Dillon's more of a blank canvas.
And he played really
He's
well.
more of just plain. He's a plain Jane. I have this footwork. I have this. Oregon's offense was mainly about getting the ball out. So he has all the basic stuff. I don't know how good he's going to end up being with it. But if you add that game to Shador, I think Shador outclasses him by a lot.
In my opinion, I think Dillon Gabriel, after watching him these last couple games, I think he was the second best rookie quarterback in this preseason. Everybody talking stuff about him because they want Shador to be, that guy, and it's just like it's clearly a lot of bias going on when it comes to it, right? But Dillon Gabriel is a good quarterback. He could be better. Like you said, it's the upside that makes people really talk stuff about Dillon Gabriel because people see it as Shador could be better in the long run, whereas they think Dillon Gabriel kind of is close to his peak, which I don't think is true.
See, I think my comparisons for the two of them, right?
Yeah.
Shador has a Patrick Mahomes upside.
Yeah.
Dillon Gabriel has a Brock Purdy upside.
Yeah.
Both of them are great starting quarterbacks. But you have to put them in the right situation and let them learn the game the way they have to in order for them to develop into it. I don't think the Browns know what to do with that, having those two high-quality quarterbacks. But that's why they got rid of everybody. Because they're like, okay, if something happens to Flacco, we just going to rotate y'all.
Yeah, this feels like it's almost close to the RG3 and Kirk Cousins situation.
Yes.
It's almost that because you got two quarterbacks who could really, really be good for whatever organization chooses to give them the chance. However, they need the opportunity and the time to progress with a scheme to actually look like the players that we know that they are.
Exactly.
Yeah. Who you think the number one rookie quarterback was during this preseason?
Jaxson Dart.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, that was my favorite quarterback coming out of the draft. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, facts.
Go ahead, eat them W's.
Yeah, Jaxson Dart was my favorite quarterback coming out of college. I've been saying that since like January when we was having our conversations. Jaxson Dart really liked that, and it's nice to see that confidence. He looked the most confident out of all of them.
But I think that's because the one thing that he has different than the other two is he played consistent in college He played in a tough setting.
Mm-hmm.
He played in the SEC the whole time.
Yeah.
So he's playing against elite talents the whole time because you got to think about the guys who got drafted while he was there.
Yeah.
And then he came into a situation where he has two highly skilled mentors to be like, all right, I'm going to take that from you. I'm going to take that from you. And both of them have absolute confidence in themselves.
And they
So they're
bring
going to tell him
different
first
to the
thing,
game.
don't doubt yourself, Rook.
Yeah, you know Jameson's here. You know James gaming him up all the way.
Oh,
but we can't sleep on Cam Ward though. Cam Ward is playing real good. I like the fact he looked real confident out there too. Which, with that receiving core, they've got to catch the ball. Same thing with the Giants. The Giant, like Jaxson Dart's stats look better. I mean, look worse compared to his performances. He was putting the ball on the money a lot of times, and they was dropping the ball. So like, but Cam Ward over there dealing with the same type of games.
That's what happens with those teams that ain't good.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you can have an elite quarterback and he slowly start getting bumped up because his receivers can't catch the ball. And so he's got to start being Superman.
Yeah.
But
Restrepo got waived. I didn't know that. He just got waived 11 hours ago.
Who?
Restrepo.
Oh.
Talked about it. I had to look it up. Yeah, he got waived. Well, so be it. On to the WNBA. Hey, Paige Bueckers. That's how you say her name. She cooking, but the Dallas Wings are not. Dallas Wings are 9-28. She dealing with the same stuff Caitlin was dealing with, man. What you think? What you got?
Well, to me, they have the same poise.
Yeah.
Paige, Caitlin, they're the same caliber of play.
Yeah.
I won't say they're the same style, but they're the same caliber of play. They're polarizing. Their game is elite. And they do what they do, regardless of how good everybody else around them is. They're going to do what they do. That's what makes them great. Is they going to try and bring you along, but if you can't get it done, it's going to be bad ever because they still going to get it done.
I'm not a Caitlin Clark hater. However, I think parts of her game are overrated. The more you watch her, the more you see when she goes left, she typically shoots. I haven't been able to keep up with her too much during this season, but from my experience of watching her in the past, that was her game for real. And I don't know how well-rounded it is now. I think she's really good at keeping her team involved, though, when it comes to, utilizing her game to make it utilizing her game to make it easier for her teammates. However, when you're the only one putting up the ball in that manner, what are you supposed to do, right? So when she has turnovers, it makes sense. So when we get to talking about Paige, right? I think Paige is like way more well-rounded when it comes to her offensive game. I don't know, like even the defense, she averaged 1.6 steals. She averaged half a block a game. I think Paige's game is a little bit better. I don't mean to compare them because that's what everybody's doing, but like they are back-to-back number one. You know what I mean? So you kind of have
to. I think the thing that I agree with you completely, but I think Caitlin's done what Steph did for the NBA. I'm so good what I do well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep doing it because y'all can't stop it anyway. Yeah. Will I add to my game slowly over time? Of course. For Paige's game from the beginning has always been well-rounded. She's always just been a straight hooper. And so between the two of them, that's why I say I put them in the same class. They're the same class of hooper.
Who has the higher three-point percentage? Because I know Paige's is 34%. And with Caitlin's game being more so resolving around a three. I'm just curious. I know her field goal percentage is it has to be a
What
little
do you
low.
know? Do you know Paige's 3-point percentage off the top of your head?
Paige's?
Yeah.
It's 34%. Yeah, I got it.
Let me see for this season. This season, Caitlin Clark is at 27.9%.
See, I don't know. She's not as efficient as the highlights or as the analysts would try to, well, not even the analysts, the commentators will want you to believe.
Yeah, but how many shots, how many threes has Paige put up?
I don't know that part.
Because Caitlin's put up 104 and hit 29 of them, but everybody's actively trying to keep her from the 3-point line.
That's true.
They're actively trying because they know she's money.
Because she's gonna.
But they're also
she's
dealing with injuries, so she ain't even as efficient as she could be because her groin's been hurting her. She's had a lot of injuries this season because they beat the crap out of her last season.
You said she had 100 and what attempts from
4.
Paige got 109.
How many completed?
37.
And Paige has played more games this season than Caitlin has.
31.
So this season, let me see. So this season, how many games has Paige played this season? Caitlin's only played in 13.
Damn. Yeah. Okay.
So she's dealing with the workload of last season and everybody trying to beat the mess out of her and foul the crap out of her.
Yeah, they kick her ass.
And you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer.
They kick her ass. For sure.
So nobody's attacking Paige like that.
They can try.
They're trying to put a body on her.
They can try. I think Paige's stature is a little bit different. It helps her out when it comes to that.
I think actually between the two of them, Caitlin's bigger.
Look, man. And when you talking about in terms of bulk, probably, I don't know though. I don't think so. Let me see. Overview. You want to see the overview? It ain't showing. I can't see her right now. You looking up Caitlin?
Yeah, I got Caitlin's over there.
All right. What you got over there?
Let's see here. It's got Caitlin Clark listed as 6 foot 157.
She is bigger. She is bigger. Paige is 6 foot 141. I don't know.
And so, but that's why, but because of Caitlin's style of play, people are forcibly trying to be aggressive with her because they're like, we got to ground that 3-point shot.
Yeah.
So we have to be physical with you. They're not thinking about that for Paige.
That's true. It's true. So
you don't even hear as many fouls. You don't see. There's not film of Paige get fouled like as bad as Caitlin was her rookie.
Do you think Caitlin Clark will end up being traded once her contract's up, or is she gonna stay in Indiana?
I think she's gonna stay in Indiana. Look, as far and this is from a business standpoint. I want her on my team, regardless if we win or lose, because I'm about to have jersey sales. My organization is about to make money.
Okay, so let's take away the idea of a trade. Will she stay there once her contract's up if they don't get any better?
I think they're getting better. And Caitlin's a homer.
Yeah.
Indiana's the closest thing to home.
They did get better compared to last year.
The only thing they're missing is her being healthy.
They went 20-20 last season. And they're 20-18 right now.
And that's mostly without her.
Without her, yeah. But so are they a better team without her on the court? It doesn't make you think. Because right now they're above the 50% mark, whereas
no.
I don't know. What I think when it comes to players like her, right? The team likes to rely on her so much that they stop actually playing team ball.
True.
You know.
But also you got to think about other teams' defensive game plan revolves around her. So when she's not there, they struggle to adapt.
Well, I mean, if she's only played 13 games this season and they've already played 38, I feel like they have adjusted their game plan for the future.
Nah, because we're talking. She's only been in 13 games, but she's averaging 17 points, and 9 assists.
Yeah, no, her assist totals is always going to be up.
Yeah, but I'm saying somebody that brings 17 points and 9 assists, that's a huge loss in production. No matter what, that's a huge presence missed because there's somebody that can swing the ball.
All right. No, not the pictures. Just show me pictures. I'm trying to see the fever. Okay. The Indiana Fever's 2024 regular season field goal percentage was 45.6%. This figure placed them third overall in the WNBA for the 2024 season. Okay. Now, let's look at how they're doing this season. They are doing a 45.6 again. I had to check, make sure I wasn't tripping. And they have 37 or 34.7% from the 3-point line. So, do you, with her efficiency, do you think those percentages would go up or down or stay where they are?
I think if you take her off that team entirely, every team approaches them differently and puts more pressure on their guards because you still have to account for the fact that they're on the watch for when Caitlin is going to play. But you got to understand, they got some dogs on the Indiana.
I gotta say this real quick. I don't know if I'm being lied to, but it says right here that their free throw percentage is 36.7%. That's horrible. That better not be the case. That better not be the case. Okay. All right. I see. 77.2. There you go. All right. I was about to say. How are they winning? Yeah, man. All right. So, do you think how long do you think it's going to take for Dallas to get it figured out?
I don't know. I gotta watch them some more. But as good as Erica Ugumbrale is, I don't think she messes well with Paige Bueckers.
Okay.
Bueckers.
Yeah, Bueckers.
I don't think they mesh as well as you would think on paper.
Okay. So you think that that's going to be something that they got to switch around? Could it possibly be a Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards type of thing where everybody thought that it probably wouldn't work, but then they ended up going far next season?
But you had to add the pieces around them. So if they don't add the pieces around them, because they need a genuine dominant big to make that work.
All right. Give me that. Give me that. Well, before we finish up, there are a few people I want to give their flowers. John Wall finally announced his retirement this past few. Yeah. As somebody who we grew up watching John, you know what I mean? Boy was hitting the Dougie. Hey, when you look at John Wall, you never would have thought he was that disrespectful, but he was on that court trying to end careers.
I don't know what you're talking about. All the way from high school to the NBA, bro. Always been disrespectful.
Yeah, but when you look at the person, you know, when you show up, right? Let's say you go to the gym, right? You look at him, you like, all right, he probably a finesse player. Bro was out there trying to, like, actually bruise egos.
It's always the ones that don't look like it that bruise your ego.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. Yeah, so shout out to him. He transitioning into a career as an analyst. Derrick Rose got his jersey retired, or is going to get his jersey retired. Yeah, you know, the hood was messed up about D Rose, bro. Still to this day. Like, people don't understand. Like, he one of them players, if you didn't get to watch him, you'll never believe the hype. But he had people actually thinking he was the next Jordan in the league. This wasn't no hype before the league where people was like, this the next Jordan. He was in the league making your favorite player look a little average on some nights.
Oh, get dumped.
Yeah. You know, and that's a feat that most players don't necessarily get. Like, when you watch LeBron, people try to force the Jordan comparison sometimes, right? No one was doing that. Everybody, as a unit, thought Derrick Rose is that. Like, everybody as a unit said that. He didn't get on the court and complain about nothing. He just came and embarrassed your favorite player. He's running faster than everybody. With, you know, like, his play and Russell Westbrook's play, they go close to, like, they hand in hand, but like he's also in that same era with a John Wall. You know, he was just in that
transition period, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's just a different caliber of guard. The only one today that I felt like that was like that before he started acting stupid. John Morant.
Yeah. I mean,
but now he's different. He's different now.
I don't know. I want Ja to be back on that shit, man. I really wish he didn't have to. I really wish he didn't have to adjust his whole being. You know, but he did make mistakes to where they put him under pressure, so he had to. But I want him to be back disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie.
He will.
Take a couple fines, man. That grenade celebration, crazy.
Give it another season. He'll be back to where he was.
Yeah. They trying to Draymond my boy though. Anytime he do something, own it. You know, like how they did Marcus Cousins too.
And Draymond owns it. The difference is DeMarcus tried to fight him. Yeah. Draymond said that. Call it. I'm gonna earn enough money to pay the
fine. Yeah. But we also got somebody from the NFL that got their jersey retired for their college team. Cam Newton got his jersey retired at Auburn. You know, he got the statue. Not only did he get this done, man, you know, he threw a mean haymaker at Gilly's kid. Gilly ain't got one of these.
Oh man,
keeping the beef going, man. But it's healthy. It's healthy. True. How you feel about Cam getting his jersey retired and everything, man?
There's nothing to be said.
he deserves it. That's it.
Okay. How do you feel about everybody trying to blemish his legacy off of one play?
What one play?
Oh, he didn't dive on the ball.
Man, that's two Hall of Famers going at it.
Come on, bro. And they act like he wasn't really cooking shit his whole stint with Carolina. He had a bad season the last season before he left them. But before that,
people don't realize how long Cam was cooking in Carolina.
Yeah. What was he out? He was out there for what? 6 seasons, 7 seasons.
That's a long time.
And he was cooking. I hate that they try to act like he wasn't like that because he didn't dive on the ball, where it would have still been 4th down. They would have had to punt anyway. Now, it could have saved them some points.
Yeah.
But hey, ain't diving on the ball. All right, man. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for providing a great show today. It was good. I enjoyed this conversation. It was healthy.
Yeah.
I was going.
Shout out to the viewers. We love y'all. Keep watching.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep coming back whether y'all watch or not.
Thank you to the supporters. Y'all are amazing. I'm enjoying the comments. You got some people on there hating. You got other people on there that's agreeing. It's pretty nice to see. It's nice having some interaction. It's sports talk all across the world. I don't even know these people, and I'm going back and forth. It's nice. Yeah, man. We try to stream every Monday. Today's Tuesday. My boy had a wedding to get to. When love calls.
Yep.
Love calls.
Homie, hey, shout out Seth and Lucy. I had to go support.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
all man,
love.
I'm proud of Seth. Him and Kevin, they waiting. God, yeah, man. Hey, man. All right, man. Thank y'all. It's the Snooze Alert Podcast. We are out. Good night.